Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe theory video on how strong is Sugilite. And with this one, or just like the last how strong is, that one was with Stevani, and then a couple ones before that with Open Smoky Quartz, specifically the fusion ones. This one's going to be no real difference. I'm going to be talking about the powers and abilities that the fusion can and has and will use in a battle, most likely, to help them win. And the other part of the video is just going to be me talking about where the fusion stacks up, or how strong are they actually, and who could beat them, and who can they beat, and so on and so forth. So, just like with the other how strong is fusion videos, I'm going to be going over the abilities that the two people, or gems, make up the fusion's abilities. So, for example, I'm going to be doing Amethyst powers that Sugilite can use, and then later I'm going to be going over Garnets. So, let's just get right into Amethyst. Amethyst powers, you all know Amethyst, or well, Sugilite I should say from now on. Sugilite can use Amethyst Whip, to do a lot of things that she wants to. The whip should be a lot bigger because that's just how it goes for fusions. The weapon, or like the original weapon, becomes 5 times bigger and longer and anything like that. So the whips, Sugilite can use those, no problems, have like the latch on feature if she wants to grab stuff, just like what Amethyst sometimes does, and all that other stuff. Grapple feature, like swinging around like Spider-Man. I don't really think Sugilite would be able to do that since she's really big, and I don't think anything can really support her weight so much, so grapple feature, not so much. Latch on, yes. Another feature is the fact that Amethyst usually sets her whips on fire, and then Sugilite can pretty much do the same thing. And with the latch on feature, like Amethyst sometimes does, latch on and then set the whip on fire, and then the trail goes to the opponent or target, and then it explodes. And Sugilite can also do that. The other two powers that Amethyst have are Shapeshifting and then Spin Dash. And yes, I know every gem or so can shapeshift, but Amethyst just does it the most. So it's just kind of like her own little thing, if you know what I mean. So with shapeshifting, I don't really see Sugilite using it too much, or like actually shapeshifting her whole body. Though, since Sugilite is also partnered with the Garnet part of her, Garnet also does a bit of shapeshifting, and so it also helps that Amethyst and Garnet shapeshift a lot, and so Sugilite could probably do it a bit. Not like what I said before, like changing the whole body, but stretching their arms. I feel like Sugilite would stretch her arms just like what Garnet does sometimes, to like, grab something from far away or anything like that. I have a feeling that Sugilite can more or less do the thing. I don't think Amethyst really stretches too much, just only like purely shapeshifts, but I know Amethyst could probably stretch as well. And then the last ability for Amethyst would be the Spin Dash. The Spin Dash wouldn't be as fast or as powerful, say, like Jasper's too much, because Jasper is like a full quartz, while Amethyst is kind of like a fourth or a half of a quartz in a way. So her Spin Dash isn't as fast or as powerful. And so Sugilite, yeah, she could do the Spin Dash, but it just wouldn't, well, it would be powerful since she is really big, so just think of like a giant purple ball just rolling towards you like bowling or something. So, yes, Sugilite does have the Spin Dash, or at least she could use it if necessary. And that should be it for the Amethyst part, and now into the Garnet part. The Garnet part, not too much here, since Garnet only uses about 2 abilities or powers when it comes to fighting so much, but let me get into those. Garnet, or well, Sugilite, can use Garnet's Gauntlets. As you can see right now, they're massive, just like I said. The weapons for fusion become twice as big, so it's really scary. We all know Sugilite is extremely strong, and with Garnet's Gauntlets added to that, that would be scary. And, I forgot to mention this in the Amethyst part, but Sugilite could also use the upgraded gauntlets that Garnet now has, that Bismuth gave to the crystal gems. This also includes like Amethyst's upgraded whip that they could use, or well, she could use. So yes, Sugilite could most likely use both versions of the upgraded weapons, the upgraded gauntlets and then the upgraded whip. So, and now that I think about it, is it possible for Sugilite to use 4 gauntlets since she has 4 arms? I'm not too sure about that. I have a feeling that she would just probably stick to just 2 if necessary, but if she does somehow, make up the 4, whew, that would be scary. And now the other part for Garnet would be the future vision. Now, honestly, I know that Sugilite does have like the 3rd/5th eye or whatever, but I don't really see her using it too much. It's because that Sugilite takes more of Amethyst and Ruby more than Sapphire does within the fusion, and since future vision requires just a little bit of focus and a bit of thought, I don't really see Sugilite using it too much, for like different possibilities or anything. It's not just, oh, I gotta think of a well thought out plan. No, it's just, I gotta destroy this because I don't like it. That's pretty much the point of Sugilite. So I don't really see her using future vision too much. And then for the actual fusion herself, Sugilite, Nicki Minaj, and all this other stuff. But anyway, we all know, just take Amethyst Whip and then Garnet's 2 gauntlets, mix those, and you get Sugilite's massive and powerful weapon, her Flail. That is a really destructive weapon. My god, I don't even want to begin of the possibilities on how stronger this thing can get, but I have to. It is powerful, can pretty much break anything it can so much, and I'm not saying that could like break a diamond within like a hit or 2. Nah, it's just really powerful. I could probably guarantee that could send a diamond flying or knock him down. I could see that, but not so much like shattering or cracking their gem or poofing them or anything like that. The Flail does also have a latch-on feature, as you can probably see on screen right now, just like what Alexandrite did with Sugilite's weapon. It has a latch-on feature, wrap around the opponent, and then just right in the face with that giant part of the Flail. And then the other part is possible the fact that Amethyst also lights her whips on fire sometimes when needed. Sugilite could probably do the same. Light the whip on fire, the part of the Flail, and then possible the hardened part of the Flail could also be on fire. Now, if that's the case, that is pretty much a fireball on a whip or chain. And the fact that that's in the hands of Sugilite makes it even scarier. That is downright terrifying, honestly. Think about that. Sugilite with a fireball in her hand, pretty much. Or, like, on a lasso. Think about it. It's destroying. And then, I don't think I really need to talk about this too much, but it slightly helps. Sugilite has just a slight advantage when it comes to fighting. It's mostly due to her recklessness. And because of that, her personality and just morals aren't so much like, oh, I gotta save Earth or protect it or protect the citizens of Beach City. It's like, hey, Steven, you want to see this really cool thing that involves a lot of destruction? She only does a lot of things just to impress Steven. That's like a lot of her morals right there. If it looks cool, then she'll do it. So if she'll have to like destroy a building in Beach City, she will have no problem doing that. Any other fusion or even crystal gem would hesitate a bit if it's necessary to like destroy property. Sugilite doesn't care, so she has a slight advantage when it comes to that. Though I know a lot of you are pretty much saying right now, well, Pearl beat her, so Sugilite can't be all that strong, possibly. This is true, and that's where one of the biggest weaknesses comes to Sugilite. Yes, she is reckless, but at the same time, that's kind of her downfall, literally. Yes, because of this, she doesn't think too much, and she's very impulsive. And so, as you all know, she's not the smartest fighter. She just pretty much uses her strength and overwhelming brawn just to overwhelm brains, such as like Pearl or maybe Peridot a bit. So yeah, and now for the final part, how strong is Sugilite actually? My opinion, I really do think that she could take on someone like Malachite if Alexandrite wasn't really needed for like all the versatility. So Sugilite might have a bit of trouble fighting Alexandrite a bit, but I guarantee you that she probably would have destroyed Malachite due to all the powers that she has and just the overwhelming strength that she has. Because I'm pretty sure, maybe besides Alexandrite, I'm purely convinced that Sugilite has the strongest physical strength when it comes to all of the crystal gems fusions that we know of so far. So she has that, and then all the other things I explained: amethyst whips, light them on fire, stretching with shapeshifting, a giant spin dash, Garnet's gauntlets, and not so much future vision. The possibility, or well, the option of future vision is there for her, but her using it, not so much. So yeah, that's how I think how strong Sugilite is. She's as powerful as Malachite, and that includes like with the water powers that Malachite can use, and that's pretty much it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, or concerns? I'll try to answer them the best I can. Want to draw any fan art for the channel? Be greatly appreciated. But until then, bye.